Hello everyone on TikTok. I just wanted to make a video here regarding the democracy and the current state of democracy in Sweden right now, which I think is losing its democracy, and this is why. There is a large sum of people here in Sweden now that all have passports, but they are being denied their social welfare, so they sit here on the curbs and beg for money. And essentially they are being denied their access to society, and essentially they have had their citizenship taken from them. This because we have three income categories in Sweden. We have the high income earners, median and low, and there's a growing population in Sweden that has no income. The no income earners. It's these people here who sit on the curb and have to beg and are called either crazy, addicts, or something else. 20 years ago, maybe they would have been called homosexuals or something like that, just to make an idea of what is happening here. And so what that does is that it invalidates the nation of Sweden. It invalidates people, their passport, takes away their citizenship, because they're not allowed access to this place called society. When they try to get into society, it says access denied. And that creates a problem in the region here, because essentially there's one group of the population that are part of the nation of Sweden, and another population that are part of the land and ground of Sweden. They're not part of the nation of Sweden anymore. This because they don't have an income that is represented in the place called society, this place. And that is why we have criminality in Sweden. Criminality in Sweden does not exist because people don't want to work or because people want to be criminals or whatever. It's because essentially they are not allowed access into this place called society, either because their social welfare is being denied, which is a right. It's a right to get social welfare in Sweden, or because they are not allowed into the job market, and that's undemocratic. It's taking away people their citizenship. I think it's time that we start addressing this problem, because this is a problem. There are essentially two groups of population on this region, and it's not because people wanna be only part of the land and the ground of Sweden and have no income and sit here or be criminals, because who would wanna do that? Not many people. No, it's essentially because we have allowed for politicians or whatever to a mix maybe, but we've allowed for people to run this thing called society now in a very inconsiderate way. For example, regarding social welfare, that's a societal right that comes with the Swedish passport. That's not something that social workers can sit and make, I let this person in, not let that person in, I don't like that person. That's not allowed. Like, that's taking away people their citizenship. This is a serious problem that is happening in the democracy of Sweden right now. The democracy of Sweden is crumbling when you look at it this way, and this is the correct assessment of what is happening here. If you bought a bus card and for some reason it stopped working and you try to go into the bus person will say, you can't go here because your monthly bus card don't work. But what he will also say is, go to the bus company and they will fix it. And they will fix it. If you bought a monthly bus ticket, they will fix it. They will give you a new plastic card and it will work and you can use the bus. That doesn't happen with this thing called the passport. When your passport don't work, because that's essentially how it is, and you try to get into social welfare or something, shines red and says access denied. In current stage of this country, the politicians are just pretending as if they don't understand what is happening. But it's very obvious what is happening. There are people who are being discriminated against, who have to sit over here and are being denied their social welfare, essentially having their citizenship taken away from them. So they're no longer part of the Swedish nation. They're only part of the land and the ground of Sweden. That's creating a lot of problem in this region here. Problems that they want to call criminality and homelessness and so forth, but that's not what it is. It's they're taking away people their citizenship. That's the reality of this situation. That's what's happening. Why? It's not because I think it's fun to say that it is that way. No, it is because they don't have an income, including myself. We don't have incomes. So we are not part of society because we are not represented in the televised version of society, because there are only 3 income categories in the televised version of the society: high income earners, median income earners, and low income earners. Low income earners are the people who get social welfare, earn something like, I don't know, but nowhere near no income earning at least. So the people who have no income, including myself, who are not allowed to get in here in the thing called society because access denied and social security place and not getting jobs, these people who are called crazy and addicts and criminals, they have had their passport taken away from them, or at least their passport don't work anymore. So their citizenship essentially have been taken away from them. Our citizenships have been taken away from us, and that's illegal. That's not allowed. That's a very big threat to the democracy of this region here. That's why there is criminality. That's why there is homelessness. And it's also the current situation. Nation of Sweden, people who are only part of the land and ground of Sweden because they have no income. And this is quite easily fixed. Firstly, give people their social welfare so that they get into this category called low income earner, so that they don't have to sit over here on the curb anymore, so that they can be part of society and have at least a low income. Secondly, make it so that people are allowed into society and get jobs and work and prosper and live a thriving life. Because this situation that's going on right here, this is not a very good situation. This is a very undemocratic situation, and it's an illegal situation because essentially, like I said, people's passports don't work anymore when they try to get in here. So their citizenship has essentially been taken away from them. That's not an over-exaggeration. That's a fact, because they are not represented in these categories. They have no income. They don't exist in this place called society. So that's that. I just wanted to address this and put it up in a sort of a educational way that I hope at least makes sense to other people as well. And also thank you for listening and watching, and that's that. This is my view of what is happening in this region right now. This is how I view criminality. This is how I view homelessness. Because I don't think that people want to be criminals. I don't think that people want to be homeless. I think that most people want to get in here, but they have their access to this place denied. And it has something to do with their passport. Something to do with, I don't know, I don't want to speculate, but it's some reason other than that they are crazy addicts or criminals. So that's how I view the world, and that's how I view the current situation of this region, like this. And I hope that you have a good weekend, hope to have a good life, and I hope, if you don't agree, then that's okay, but I at least wanted to share my view of it, because I think that it can be fixed, and I think that the first step is by addressing it like this and seeing it for what it is. So I hope that you have a good